Are you just live normal?
All right. We are live.
Wow.
How we doing?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Oh, as good as can be in this time.
Yeah, no, it's definitely different.
So it's all.
Yeah. All right. Well, do you guys want to start by introducing yourselves?
Hi, I'm Kyle,
I'm Dave.
and we're from Parrots with Piercings.
Beautiful.
Allegedly.
And what is Parrots with Piercings? What kind of music? What's the vibe?
Yeah, it's a horrible band name, and it's just two blokes.
Even worse music.
Yeah, we I don't know, what would you call it, like punk, Aussie punk?
Yeah, Aussie punk, rock.
It's not really rock.
Okay.
We've been considered a bit emo. I don't agree with that.
I agree with that.
I mean, emo is a very wide term these days. You don't have to have long
if you're
straight
sad
hair
about
and nail polish.
Yeah. That's what's. We're just sad about everything. So yeah, we're emo.
That's right. Yeah, that fits the criteria.
Right. Sad the pub.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly right.
That's good.
That's better.
We see you, Joel.
Great. Joel's doing my lighting for me. He's got the vibes
Oh.
going.
Yeah.
The rainbow.
Oh, there they are. Yeah, I see him.
Yeah, I couldn't find the
That's
cord. It was like tucked
got
under
it.
the
I
bed
got it.
somewhere.
That is some real primary school disco spec, I reckon,
Yeah.
right there. That's in the hall. They've opened up the canteen for bulk
Yeah.
lollies.
You just wanted to.
That's good. Yeah, Joel went on an eBay spree recently, and so it's very vibey in here now.
Yeah, vibey. What a great descriptive word that is.
You feeling my vibes?
Yeah. Have you guys been doing any online shopping in this crazy time?
I'm shocking for it.
Yeah.
I literally spent $100 on 6 items on eBay last night.
Yeah.
And after the purchases, realised that all of the PayPal receipts are written in some form of
Chinese or
language I can't understand. It's it is definitely probably not going to make it here anytime soon. So it was.
yeah. Yeah.
What about you? Obviously, you got a bit of lights going on. Is that a recent purchase?
Yeah, that was one of Joel's
Took about a week.
mystery
Maybe.
purchases that he was waiting days for. I've been buying. I actually bought myself a humidifier so I can get all relaxed and
human.
smell
True.
nice.
See, I don't understand.
Fired up.
It's definitely this whole humidifier thing, and what's the other one? The
Salt lamps.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
we
just
got
all
one
the
back
things
there.
that
That
you can
little
try
glow.
Oi, is
They go
that like a
right
full
outside.
dragon
They
ceiling?
absorb water, and you get like
Yeah.
a weird thing of water, like in salt, that just forms every day because it won't ever go away properly because the salt just absorbs more moisture every night. It's weird.
That
Yeah,
sounds like a recipe for mold.
Probably, yeah,
It's like
true.
some weird stuff going on outside with that salt that was left from that lamp. It's like little pyramids. Might be a little civilization living there.
There you go.
I mean, without too much like Carl Barron, I've always wondered if you could put chicken salt on a salt lamp and then just get plain chips and.
It's worth a go.
Himalayan salt, those
Yeah.
Himalayan salt.
Yeah.
I reckon. Apparently, if you lick it, it tastes good.
Yeah, right.
Maybe you start chipping it off. Chips
Going to lick the lamps. I want this one.
based on taste.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Maybe we should. That's gonna be the new trend: chicken salt lamps.
Chicken salt lamp. Fuck.
All right. Well,
So
while
cool,
we've
yeah.
been in this lockdown, what have you guys been doing? Have you guys been writing music? Have you been finding new artists to listen to?
We'll keep it PG, and yes to all those.
Yeah, no, we've been doing bits and pieces. We haven't. I know we kind of went through a stage here where we weren't writing that much music. Dave's always playing around with bits and pieces. I don't have a drum kit at home or really anything to hit. So I'm never. It's hard.
Except his missus.
Never. No.
Never.
It's been hard a little bit in that regard, but we've still been able to keep sort of pretty regular catch-ups, and we're still playing and practicing and whatever else. But we ended up, just before it all sort of went, got pretty serious. We did make our way up to Sydney to get one song tracked, which is pretty exciting.
Right.
It'll be
which is almost done.
yeah, we're not far off being complete. So it's getting real close. It's getting all the excited vibes. It's going to get vibes. That's your fault, Jenna.
I really have to use the bathroom. So
all right, well, I'll just talk for a bit. But yeah, no, we kind of got to a point there where you know, we were ready to sort of start. We had a bit of money to actually invest, so we're able to kind of get a song recorded at a bit, you know, better quality or a little bit more, you know, put into it. So this next song should be something pretty exciting to actually bring out.
Fantastic.
And we've also, you know, we got some merch as well. We started we got our first lot of merch done, which is pretty cool too. I think we still owe you one, Jenna.
Definitely should have had shirts.
Yeah, should have brought some shirts. Dave's just yelled that from the corner that he's sorting himself out in. But yeah, I mean, it's been sort of busy, but because of how long this is all sort of stretched out across, it's not really felt like we've done that much. We felt quite lazy a little bit.
Yeah.
Not playing shows sucks as well. That's been a big downer. But, you know, we're still trying to do
and that's why we write emo music.
Is that what the next one's going to be about? Not playing shows?
Nah, it's already become mainstream to sing about this coronavirus shit, so
can't do
probably won't. There's too many other depressing things in life to talk about, apparently. That's
right.
Correct.
Right, well, what can we expect from this new song? What kind of mood is it?
Emo.
No, it's the opposite. No, it's just a realistic view. I think it's sort of pretty modern in the way that we've looked at sort of issues that people of our generation and our age groups are sort of dealing with. Just how it's viewed by others. You know, how we're viewed by others, I guess, is a better way of putting it.
Excuse me.
And, you know, the ideas that we sort of have and the ideologies we want to maybe recreate. Like, I'm definitely, you know, I've still got that Australian dream of owning my own house and you know, achieving sort of goals that our parents got to do and everything. And that might not be the same goal for everyone nowadays, but the song's sort of about, just those things, how like we've all been kind of approached. And hey Bruce, Bruce is making a cameo.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a head bopper. It definitely keeps you moving. So that's something me and Dave definitely been working a little bit more on. Setting tempos that you can't resist but move your head to. So it's definitely a head bopper.
I think we need one of them.
Yeah, 100%.
Definitely had that good head bop.
Yeah, we sure do. Do you have a release date yet, or is it kind of keeping everyone waiting?
It hasn't. We haven't actually set one. So where the song's in its last form, last stage of completion.
It's about to be mastered, and so we're sort of waiting to get that back, and then we'll sort of.
Well, the way that a lot of these distributors are set up now, it's pretty straightforward. We'll be able to set a release date, start sort of advertising that, and that way it's sort of uploaded, and you know, we'll be able to inform people and build a little bit of hype around it. But you know, it's only, I would say, sort of a few weeks away. Maximum 2 months. Yeah, maximum 2 months. So, and that's, you know, probably worst case scenario. Everything on this song's sort of just fallen into place, which has been pretty cool.
It's just the issue of like, we're going to release it, but like the idea of doing like a single launch or something like that's obviously not going to be
out of the
so
question.
we'll purely be relying on the old interwebs to get that a bit of traction, or at least get it moving.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But it's definitely like compared to like our single, which was released when
it was October or August of last year.
Like as much as that is like our party song and that sort of thing, we've definitely developed as a band a fair bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, cool. Exciting.
Yeah. Yes.
Fantastic. Are you guys working in this time still, or like what else have you been filling your time with?
Hang on. You see that?
Bit high, there it is, yeah.
You're still going with that.
Yeah, no, so Kyle is an essential servant, and as was I, but I ruptured my Achilles trying to climb a wall. So I've been out of work for 6 weeks now, which is pretty rubbish.
Yeah.
So Dave's definitely doing a whole lot less. My life outside of music definitely hasn't changed. It's sort of weird. everyone's life's sort of
Just
adapted.
disobeying the like lockdown laws, you know.
No,
Just going to parties, coughing on people. Good.
weekends are definitely a bit different, but Monday to Friday, my life is very much the same. I'm still working. I'm a plumber, so
So he talks a lot of shit.
yeah, I deal with a lot of shit too.
No, that was my joke.
But yeah, no, it's so life hasn't been too different in that regard. It's definitely been quite. It's good. I mean, I'm still working, and because I can't do much, I'm obviously been able to save a little bit. It's probably part of the reason that this whole recording process hasn't stung as much as it probably normally would.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
cheers, Centrelink. Oh.
Yeah, I'm just paying for him now.
Yeah.
That's right.
But yeah, no, it's I don't know. Work's been very normal for me. Yeah. Dave just beat everyone by 2 weeks to isolation.
That's right.
Yeah. Why were you climbing a wall?
Huh?
Why were you climbing a wall?
A bit of, parkour sort of
sick.
sort of thing.
Just parkour.
Sick.
No, I was like running up it without hands. So yeah.
Did you do?
Yeah, that's right, Jenna.
Exactly.
That's right. Just that's all that needs to be said.
Like, you got to stretch before you do these things, otherwise you
limber up.
Yeah. The worst part is I did it 3 times, no worries. The 4th one, it went pop, and it was like all over red rubber. No good.
Well, you keep resting up. Doesn't sound
like
a fun time.
No.
Talking about writing and recording and all that, what is a typical writing process? Do you have a kind of thing that you follow, or is it different every time? Or
very different between the two of us.
Yeah,
super different.
So obviously Kyle, with only and not even having a kit by his side most of the time, will just write lyrics and come up with sort of melodies in his head, and then we'll work out whether it works with like a guitar riff or whatnot. And then for me, I sort of just write on the spot, and if it sounds good, I try and remember it. If I don't, well, see you later, mate. I'll write something else. It just happens. I purely, definitely for me, Kyle definitely goes along the lines of writing something that people will get along with. For me, it's like I'd rather write about something that's actually happened and just put it in my own words.
Right.
It's interesting. The way Dave sort of writes is not too dissimilar from a conversation with a person. Like, it's a sentence, and he has just the way with words. I mean, it helped playing guitar, I think, a little bit, and being able to think of what you want to say and be able to write it to music. Whereas for me, it's forever and a day, whether it's like listening to old influences from, previous bands and music that I used to listen to growing up, or even just the random love of a really simplistic version or type of poetry as a kid. I just seem to I write stuff rhythmically. Well, I guess being in drummer, it's sort of part and parcel, but I definitely have a sentence and a few words, and then the following few words have to rhyme. The last word of each sentence sort of rhymes, or just a real generic sort of way of writing. But as Dave says, it's normally some of the stuff that I write, it's just the stuff that people might maybe assume will be sung, or the words that follow are familiar. So yeah, I don't know, it's maybe a bit easy to remember some of the lyrics I write. They're a bit more I guess generic.
Yeah. Mind you, I fired up my laptop, like my old Mac from bloody 2015, and I went through my notes the other day. And Jesus Christ, was that some emo fucking shit that rhymed? And then when it didn't, it was like really bloody sad. It was weird because I definitely base a lot of my songs, not personally off my sort of life, but definitely other people's. Mm-hmm. And no, I won't mention them in the song sort of thing, but it'll be their experience they went through and how I saw it through my eyes. Right. And that's why Kyle says it comes out like a conversation, because it's purely the facts. They're just twisted because it's got to sound good as well.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I told you how it happened. I was like, yeah, and then fucking Jared done this, and she was upset, and now they're back together, but the kid's not happy. It's just, I mean, that might be a banger. Who knows?
Yeah. No, that's cool. It's good that you guys have different styles as well, because I guess that always keeps you on your toes, and it's always something different.
Yeah, I think Dave gets messages messages across. Sorry, a little bit more efficiently than I might. I write songs that people sort of.
At the same time, if we both wrote the same, we get fucking bored and butt heads because it's two different styles. It's like, oh well, we can incorporate there's multiple songs of ours. Like a good example, not that anyone bloody well knows it, but a song called Familiar Rose, and Kyle's written all the verses and everything, and I pitched in with the chorus with him, but then the bridge I took out of a song I wrote back in 2014.
Yeah.
And it just works.
That's a really good example, yeah, because that's just a song that very individual, and it's definitely got I know he's part of the song. It's probably the song I look forward to most while playing it. It's interesting.
Same here.
But yeah, no, it's cool. Definitely very different. But yeah, it's just one of those things that sort of worked, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, we're saying it does. I guess it depends on people listening. Yeah.
We're excited about this dog shit.
No, it's cool, and I like that you also went back and looked at songs, because I feel like a lot of people will write something and at the time they hate it and then they just delete it, but you don't know when it could work with some other song that you write later on.
Yeah, I can't remember who I was listening to. Someone on Triple J. And, they just had a memo list of just thousands of songs. And
you think about it as a sketch artist, and I'm not talking about just your drawings, but someone that writes a sketch, a skit. And they'll have bookloads of possible stories, outcomes, episodes, whatever, but you only see what they want to be put out. And then you've got this whole backlog of things that'll never be released, but you might go back and take little bit from little bit and then bring it back into light where it fits, as opposed to maybe it was too scrambled back when it was originally written and it's simplified later in a different way of saying what's been written.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Lost me completely, but yeah.
I only know that because I took two. Oh, yep, no.
I was going to ask who your with writing, not necessarily just with your writing, I guess, but who do you tend to listen to? Who are your biggest influences in music?
Oh,
for me, definitely Rise Against, Heartaches. Yep.
Yeah,
a few earlier bands like Finch, Story of the Year. Again, it's all emo, post-core, fucking. They got a bit of hardcore too. I don't know. It just bands that sing about shit, not just shit. That's my best explanation for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what? Yeah, okay. So I think it's sort of really different. I mean,
Blink-182, of course. That's Sum 41, but that was us growing up.
Yeah, we were real fortunate. We've known each other for fucking many years. It's year one or year two that we actually became mates, and always sleeping at one person's house, one person or the other. And I mean, there was a stage through primary school when I wished so bad that I could be a part of this little thing that him and another mate had, and just playing guitar. They did a school a talent show.
Juveniles, mate.
I played a chair that I was sitting on backwards, with sticks, and literally had thumbtacks in the sole of a shoe as a different noise as I tap my foot. The teachers wouldn't even allow it.
Basically, a poor man's cajon. Those drum boxes.
But regardless, me and him have just always sort of had a really, sort of musically, sort of some weird connection. But the way that we sort of, play, or the influences that we get, whilst there's heaps of similarities, we grew up listening to Green Day and Blink. And a lot of those sort of
say Green Day. Should have said that.
Green Day's huge. Yeah. But yeah,
or I won't say it. Don't worry.
Which they're bands that sort of everyone would say, and I think you really take a lot of tempo. But because we're Australian, that's the difference. I think it's hard to now feel like we're playing like anyone other than Australian artists.
Yeah, well, that's the thing too. If you went back and you'd know yourself, of previous bands that I was in, it was always that American sound that I was trying to bloody do. And it was only when I stripped it back and adapted to the Australian accent. And I say adapted, it should have been I adapted to the American, but it was vice versa for me, because that's what I grew up listening to. All those bands I mentioned are American, especially Rise Against, being a massive influence. Yeah. Green Day, all that thing, all the fucking all those words that aren't really sung as words, they're just more like sounds, like especially if you like listen to like Basket Case by Green Day, and he says stoned.
Yeah.
And it's just, it doesn't make sense. And then, adapting, bringing back the Australian accent into it, you find a much clearer sound in yourself. And it definitely helps you with a band in this sort of scene.
Yeah, so like, you know, when you say like who are your influences when you play, my influences are completely different to like the music I actually listen to. They're definitely songs or bands that I have listened to and enjoy still, but at the same time, hey, settle down, bro. But at the same time, they're just heaps different to like particular bands or maybe artists that I'd idolise like playing. But even then, I can't play anywhere near as good as anyone that I might take pointers off either. Like, you know.
Oh, Bruce, that stinks. Yeah.
What has Bruce done?
But yeah, I mean, there's probably it's hard to even, you know, like I said, tempo's a massive thing. So Travis Barker definitely leads the way, and that's like a Green Day. Blink-182's drummer.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's got like heaps of side projects of him with hip hop artists and like rappers and like just completely different scene. But his ability to play the way he can play, something that I'm always rudiments or like, you know, being able to just simple stick rhythms and stick patterns like he does make sound like, I don't know. He's definitely like a pretty hardcore influence. But, you know, people
I just
like
poked
that.
hole in my underwear.
Yeah, that's a good scratch. But yeah, I reckon that it's hard.
Not
to sort
kid friendly. Right?
It's definitely
Okay,
hard
press
to
that
pick
button.
particular. Yeah, definitely hard to pick particular bands as like influences. I'd just say a lot of Australian.
It's a derivative from all of it though. Like it's a combination. Like Kyle's earlier bands he loved, like AC/DC, like
100%.
Metallica, and all that sort of thing. We don't sound anything like that, but we.
Metallica shirt.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, I have
Nothing.
a deep
I
purple
got-
singlet in colour.
Hey,
look at that.
fancy. Hey, that's Telstra Tower.
It is. Yeah, this one, Joel designed this.
Hey, I live where that is.
I can see it from down there.
No, I didn't
But
know
yeah,
that.
so like you could look and say like we're not like Metallica, we're not like, you know, Iron Maiden or anything like that. Like
Yeah.
influences like
Dio.
somewhat to the both of us, more so definitely Kyle. But then, you know, we got like a bloke that absolutely loves us, wanted our shirts before we even like had them made and everything like that. And he was just like, it's not that you sound the same, but it's the fact that you change it up in your songs, that you compile like a whole bunch of different sounding tracks into the one, but make it make sense.
Yeah. Cool.
That's a big sort of way we write.
Yeah.
Like tempo changes is one thing, but it's just different styles in each song, I guess, while still remaining somewhere near the same genre too. I mean, I love to write like a reggae verse and a screamo chorus, but like
I'd be completely against that.
I know, it might be the new thing.
No, I disagree with you. I'll say that.
or even like Blue Juice, sort of punk, sort of early, like Tony Hawk's. I think it was Blue Juice. Oh no, the fish band was cool.
Fish band. Oh, Real Big Fish.
Real Big Fish.
Yeah.
Styled, and then that real punky sort of chorus. That'd be mad. But
That. Almost Scar. Fuck, bring Scar back.
I almost need a different guitar for it. Good chat.
Sorry. I think we dropped out for a second, but.
Oh, that was the best bit.
Yeah, spewing.
It'll be in there. Just might be a little bit of a delay.
That's all right.
My last question. I've seen you guys play a lot. And you guys always have a really good time. What is your favorite?
Like of our show. So.
No, it's been involved.
What is your favorite?
I think we've been played to her events.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you talking about? All right, give me your favorite on-stage experience.
Oh, shit.
When like 3 different people bought us beers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That
At
was
the
Potbelly. Yeah.
Yes.
We've had the last 2 shows that we've played, and we had sort of 4 in a row, I think it was, at the Potbelly in Belco.
Yeah.
Shout out, 100%. Those guys are unreal there. And it's just a tiny venue which means that you don't have to have many people feel like you're playing a heaps of people, which is always a good time. And it just, I don't know, it was one night that, you know, me and Dave
went on stage sober and came off quite intoxicated.
Yeah, totally pissed. And geez, it was just everyone was up, everyone was dancing, everyone was having a good time. People were yelling out shit, we were yelling out shit. And I don't know, it was just it didn't feel like you were playing. It felt like it wasn't like a performance. It was like you're playing with mates.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was cool. And then like I said, heaps of free beer. Always a good thing. But yeah, I totally agree. That would actually be the same. That was one of the tighter gigs that we've played too. We definitely sort of ramped things up a little bit in the last sort of few gigs that we played. I mean, even here in the back, still a lot of work to do. But yeah, no, definitely trying to make it a bit more of I wouldn't even say professional, because we're definitely not going for that, but just tighter, you know, just a better performance.
Yeah.
Just like being welcomed on the bill, not just put on there because
it's a good time.
We're there.
Yeah.
Yeah, sick. Well, hopefully with new songs coming out, and hopefully when we can play again, there'll be many more good times.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be.
Most definitely.
It won't take long before everyone's made up for it, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, we do live in Australia.
Yeah.
We've been practicing. We've literally had 6 weeks of practicing how to get fucked up. That's all that's happened.
Right.
I mean, maybe that's just me. Actually, that could just be me. Totally me.
My mum wants to know if you're drinking VB tonight, Dave.
No, I'm actually drinking Tui's, trying to watch the gut. So going that low carb option.
Dave's got an idol sitting right next to him. I've already nailed it. So.
You got a what?
An idol. What you want to do?
Oh, mate. Yeah. I was like, Bruce, yeah, I'd love to be a dog.
Yeah, I was gonna say, with all the, you know, like, I feel like gigs were kind of quiet just before this pandemic hit. So I feel like people are kind of missing it now, and hopefully they'll get out to shows and see local gigs more than they were just before it happened.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I went and saw Grinspoon live with Heartaches, Bugs, and another band I can't remember at the UC Refectory.
Yeah.
Inc. And I took some photos and never got a chance to put them up, but like it was packed, and we're talking like packed to like nearly the windows. The top part was packed with all the old bands that played just before, and it was just unreal. And I sort of thought to myself, especially because this is well before quarantine, like, you love these bands, you come to see these interstate bands, but where are you at like local shows?
That's right. Where are you?
Like, yeah, if you look at like Sydney and Melbourne, you know, a small show in Melbourne's still like 60 people.
Yeah, rowdy 60 people.
Yeah, like people like there for the whole time, not just people that rock in and go, oh, this sounds like crap, and then just leave.
That's right.
But I think without putting the responsibility on sort of bar owners and those small businesses, or even some of the big ones,
just promoters, but anyways,
it's just straight off the bat, I reckon that, you know, it's probably now that is the best time to like really start advertising. Like everyone's thirsty, everyone.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of places that people don't know about. Like Potbelly, man, that was a recent discovery for Dave and myself.
Yeah.
I had no idea it even existed, right?
And
it's so close to the basement.
Yeah, I knew it existed, but I didn't know it was like a full band venue. I always thought it was like open mic nights or like acoustic shows and that sort of thing.
It's just perfect opportunity right now for people that, you know, to small business owners and, you know, all the pubs and whatever else to like put out there to people, because straight off the bat, there's going to be people that are willing to try new things. Like they just want that beer. And if there's still like the small restrictions of 10 people in a small business or whatever it is, all of those places are going to get a go, you know? So, and then, the more people going out, the more people enjoying those places, the more people are going to come and tolerate shit music. And, you know, everyone's going to have a fucking good time.
Yeah, that's right. And everyone has fun. Like, that's why I love local gigs. Like, you get to just see new people you've never heard of and get their story, what they sing about, and they have fun. They do it because they love it.
100%. 100%. And when you like, I mean, we're forever meeting new people, forever. Especially just depending on new places that we play and whatever else, but forever meeting new people. and you just think like it just keeps happening. And people that, you know, there's bands like Blackheart, straight off the bat. That's a band that when we met them, come so young. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, we're not old, but we're they were young. They were young and killing it. Like at that age, Dave and I, two very different people, hadn't even played an instrument together with each other.
I played like old liftoff competition. I can't remember if it was a band or solo, and Blackheart was on then when like Riley and all the boys were like, shit, I don't even think they were anywhere near 18.
Yeah.
And then
at that time, they definitely were a Foo Fighters like cover band, but still fucking nailing it.
Yeah.
But just unreal. Like for that age group to have such stage presence and to be so.
I know it's just a band that, you know, they were just some strangers that we met, and then they, you know, just like that, they're a band that we even go to for like bits of advice.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't know, like forever meeting new people and like those, I don't know, just like real interesting sort of stories that are told from just people that live minutes away from you and you just never met, and they've all just a creative way of talking about their shit. So that's pretty cool. Definitely cool.
Well, I think we'll probably have to wrap it up because Zoom's going to kick us off because I got the free version. So.
Yeah.
No idea.
Yeah. I've never felt so old trying to actually just connect this call. What do you call it?
Yeah,
video chat.
Yeah. No, I've
it
had
just
so
sucks.
many.
Honestly, I'm not. It's not. I'm not old. I don't know why I'm saying.
If it was Skype or like then would have been all over it, you know.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add before we head off? Anything else you want to plug? You got the new single coming out sometime soon.
Jar sauce.
Yeah. And that's what I reckon's definitely got us through isolation. But just keep your eyes out. Definitely got a lot of new shit coming. We got obviously the new merch, and there might even be some more stuff after that. So it'd be cool if everyone just keeps sort of. Yeah.
I like how you said might, even though we do have other shirts ready to go.
There's other shirts ready to go.
Awesome.
Just hopefully everyone can get around it. Yeah, and it would be cool to see some people in some of our stuff at shows and stuff. But
if we weren't in like this quarantine bullshit, like we'd be doing another music video for this single, 110%. But no one's gonna watch me and Kyle just play in a room just to release a song. So
so
here's what it is.
No, but other than that, thanks for having us. It's been pretty sick.
Yeah, it's been all right.
Pretty cool to talk about it. You've actually kept this. Neighbours are going to be very fucking pissed off that we're going to start jamming at this time. But, oh, well, it's Friday.
Sorry, neighbours. I'll link your all the stuff in the description below. I'll have your Facebook, Instagram, and Spotify link on there. So if you want
that'd be wicked.
Catch these guys.
Have you got Kyle
social
page?
I've got a modelling page if you want to check that out too.
Oh yeah, send it my way.
Yeah, I will. Cheers.
What can we look it up? How do we find it?
It's Keg on Keg at Facebook.
Sick.
He's doing a body movement for men.
I love it.
It is good.
I'm all for it. All right. Well, thanks, guys. Catch you later.
Yeah, cheers. See you later.
Thanks for watching.